Who has a closet that is literally bursting at the seams, yet you have nothing to wear? Hi, and welcome to my life. As you know, I've spoken pretty honestly and openly about this before, but I went through a period of my life where I identified with what I had and what I wore, and it fed some materialism that was really anything but healthy for me. And it put me into this situation where I had so many items that I wasn't using and wasn't appreciating, yet I didn't realize that those things were weighing on me and wearing me down. For today's video, I wanted to show you how I am cleaning out my closet and actually take you through step by step, and even share stories behind certain pieces of clothing, and share with you how I'm deciding to get rid of some of these items. And as you've probably seen, I've been on this journey of letting things go for over a year now, but I've still got a closet that's busting with stuff. If you look back at my old room tour, it's extraordinarily embarrassing. But I have this closet, another closet the same size on the other side of my room, and this used to have 2 shelves. This entire bottom row had clothing as well. So other than some dirty laundry, this is the clothing that I currently own, but it's still a lot. And as I cleaned out my makeup, I found that it was so refreshing for me to let those things go, because then I started using and appreciating the things that I actually had. And especially when growing up in the beauty industry or in a world where you're a girl and you're told that you should look a certain way, or that these items will bring you happiness or popularity or put you in this certain in crowd, it is hard to let go of items that you spent a lot of money on, or that don't fit anymore, or that have holes in them but they're your favorite. So instead of just doing this on my own, I thought, you know what, it's time to get clean together. And as I work within myself on letting some of these items go, I'm gonna show you how I'm choosing to do that, and maybe you can do it with me. So that being said, this is what's pretty much left of my closet. And one of the hardest things for me is knowing where to start, because when I look at this, I get completely overwhelmed, especially because I see items that I don't love, but that I purchased because of the brand name or because I wanted to fit in somewhere, or even worse, gifts that people gave me that I feel like I need to hold on to them even though I don't like the way they look or I don't like the way they fit. And we're gonna get rid of this stuff together and either donate it or sell it or put it in a place where it can add value to other people's lives, instead of just taking up closet space and making my closet space less valuable and enjoyable in my life. So for today, I am really just going to be looking at shirts, but just starting with one category is taking off like a little slice instead of trying to like bite and chew and swallow the whole thing. And if you've ever eaten at a sushi restaurant, you know what I'm talking about. Hi, I love you. Was emotionally exhausting. Really quickly, I just went through the first couple things, and I'm now going to take these and try to organize them into 3 piles. One is going to be to donate, one is going to be to sell, and the third is going to be things that I still kind of want to hold on to, that I'm having a hard time letting go. And I'm going to put those in a box, and if I do not think about them for 1 month, then they are leaving, and if I do think about them, then I will keep them for a little bit longer. I want to explain to you why I'm letting go of some of these items and how I'm dealing with some of the harder ones. 2 that I want to talk about are memories. These 2 things have very sentimental value to me. I got this shirt when I spent one of the best weekends of my life with one of my dearest friends, and this I wore during my show, Cassandra to the Rescue, where I gave girls with acne makeovers and helped them find their inner beauty through makeup. And both of these items do not look good on me. I do not like the way this looks on me. It's cropped weird. This just doesn't fit me right. Now, something about that is that I have to remind myself that these items do not make that memory worthwhile. That memory does not live in these items. That memory lives in my mind. And if these are clothes that I love to wear, then great. But if these are clothes that I hate my own body in, it's okay to let them go. That memory lives in here and in here, not in here. One of the hardest categories for me are designer clothing. We're gonna rewind for a little second, and if you really don't know my story, I grew up not being handed a lot. My parents were well-to-do, but I had to work for everything I got. When I started to come across money, when I started to earn a lot of money, I, number 1, didn't know how to handle it, and number 2, I was extremely insecure. I didn't love who I was. So I tried to buy my way into fame or popularity because I was ridiculed in school, because I was I had issues with the way I looked, including my face and my body. And I couldn't love the person that looked back at me in the mirror. And so instead of working on that within myself, I just shopped my way to happiness, right? And obviously, I didn't shop my way into happiness. I shopped myself into debt, which later I had to get myself out of $40,000 worth of debt. And I shopped myself into a bunch of friendships who didn't really care about me for who I was. And that was an expensive lesson. But I've still been holding on to a couple of items. Now, don't get me wrong, there are certain designer items that I can wear and love and feel great in. But something like this is a little bit strange for me because it doesn't exactly match my style, yet I'm holding on to these because I spent so much money on them. And I'm like, oh my God, it's value, right? And you don't want to feel like you're throwing away money. But at the same time, you have to realize that this blouse is doing no good sitting in your closet collecting dust. And if they're adding value to my life, that's fine. But if they're literally collecting dust, they're not doing me any good. And if I don't like the way they look or the way I look in them, it's okay to let those things go. Maybe I'll try them on again and see how I feel wearing them. But just because you spent a lot of money on an item does not mean it is worth your closet space. Your closet space is precious. The clothing that you dress your beautiful body in is precious, and you should not be wearing or holding on to things that make you feel anything less than joyous and happy. And unfortunately, some of these items don't do that for me. The next part of that is that I am personally vegan. I went vegan for ethics reasons, and of course, a lot of fashion has to do with leather and with wool and with silk, which are materials that are made by exploiting animals. And everyone has a different opinion as to what they choose to wear. That's totally fine, but for me, I choose not to purchase those items. Now, when I go through my closet, I find a lot of things that I purchased at one time or I wore at one time that was made of wool or made of leather that no longer fit my morals and values. And I could use these and wear them until they start falling apart and then get rid of them. But being someone who is in the public eye, I choose to put myself out there on YouTube. I choose to go do speeches. I choose to be on social media and in the media. I know that people will look at me, and if somebody sees me looking nice in a certain dress, they're gonna want to go and purchase it for themselves. And me trying to be an ethical consumer and help other people feel beautiful and do good for the world, I don't want people to see me in a leather dress and want to purchase that dress for themselves. So these are examples of items that no longer match my morals and values. Next, because this has a tag on it, let's talk about items that have tags on them, such as this blazer. Sometimes we all keep tags on our clothing. It's a fact. But if you have had an item that has been in your closet for over a year that still has tags on it, get rid of it. Either wear it this week or it's gotta go. If you don't absolutely love the way your body feels in a certain piece of clothing, let it go. Send it on its way, give it a nice farewell, and let it enhance somebody else's life who's going to feel amazing in it. Because then you clear out that space, you have more space for the things you love, and you maybe start to see a t-shirt or something that you didn't see before that you realize you feel much better in. So again, you cannot invite goodness into your life if your life is already cluttered. Think of it like a bedroom. If your bedroom is full of paperwork and backpacks and clothing and art and all these things, you can't move new furniture in to enjoy. But if you get all of that stuff out, you can then bring in a bed or a table or a piece of art that you truly enjoy, and then you can have space to appreciate that stuff. But unless you clear a lot of the noise out, you can't invite the good things in. So that's what's up. Next, I'm gonna talk about items that I love, and unfortunately, these have just had their day. This is a blazer that I wore at my meet and greet in Italy, in Milan, and I have such amazing memories with it, but at the same time, those memories live in here and in here, not within this. And because it's literally frayed and destroyed at the bottom, it is time to say goodbye. This is also a jacket that I really love. It used to be white, now it is like this gray, slimy yellow color. It's a great fake leather jacket, but at the same time, it's starting to rip and tear here at the sleeves. And I know that I'm the type of person who's not going to repair that kind of stuff, and it was like, it's not even worth repairing. It's okay to let it go and to start using other things and choose other favorites. Lastly, this is a shirt that's got a hole in it. If it's got a hole in it, let it go. These are other examples of value. For instance, I purchased this shirt because it was like eco-friendly thread with sustainable fabrics, but I put it on and I just don't like the way it looks on me. I did pull out a couple pairs of pants from my closet. Let me just talk about this real quickly. I have found out that I will only work out in black leggings or black pants. And the reason why is because if you're getting a workout in, hopefully you're sweating. That's how you know your body is working hard. It's turning ATP into energy. You're burning calories and building muscle. I have found out that if I sweat in pants that are gray or red or any color, it looks like I pissed myself. And it's not a good look, and then I feel uncomfortable on my run or working out. And I have found that for me, using pants that are colored just doesn't look right. If I'm working out, I don't want my sweat stains to look like I doo-dooed my pants, and therefore, unfortunately, I realized that working out in gray and red pants is not the thing for me. Also, these shorts are too short, just kind of climb up my butt, and they just show everything. So these have no practicality. Goodbye. Lastly, I want to talk about identity, and this is one of the hardest things for me. There are certain things that I have purchased that go along with my identity. I have 6 cats and I identify as a crazy cat lady. I bought this shirt, even though I don't really like the color white. I feel like it makes my teeth look yellow. Is it just me or does anybody else feel that way? And this has a couple stains on it, but I've been holding on to it because I'm like, oh, well, I'm a crazy cat lady. I have to have things with cats on them, right? But you have to come to realize this item does not make you a crazy cat lady. Or this item does not make me a YouTuber. The fact that I post videos online makes me a YouTuber. This shirt with a mermaid does not make me a mermaid. Me, my life, my actions make me a crazy cat lady, a mermaid, a YouTuber, a student, someone who's passionate about women's rights, about philanthropy, about education, and about science. A shirt that says science doesn't make me intelligent or belonging to the scientific community. And don't get me wrong, there's no problem with purchasing a shirt that has a cat on it or something that represents your identity. But you have to realize that your identity is in you and not what you wear or own. And that's really hard for me, especially because I did search for validation in items for so long. That is what I am getting rid of. I'm really excited to donate and sell a lot of these items and hopefully send them off to people who will love them. So looking back at the big closet, I have made a pretty good dent. I probably got rid of 25 to maybe 30%, which is awesome. So again, do this process with each category. Do pants, do shirts, do dresses, and give yourself do one a week or one a month if you want, because this isn't like a one-time detox that you do. It's one of those things that you go through month after month and you continue to refine to make sure that you're only holding on to items that you feel amazing in, that put a smile on your face so that your smile can light up the world. I really hope that you found this video helpful. I really want to thank you for hearing me out and going through this process with me, just because items are something that is so emotional for me and so visceral, and because for so many years I did tie my identity into them. But I've come a long way in realizing that what makes me special is who I am, the actions that I take, the things that I do for the world, and the way the world interacts with me. So I want to thank you for spending time to watch this video, because there's a lot of things that you could be doing with your time. But I hope that you found this inspiring. I'm sure that there are at least 3 pieces in your closet that match some of these categories that you can get rid of, that are maybe holding you down and you don't even know it. So I really encourage you to go through those, take them out, and either sell them or give them to someone in need. And you'll be a lot happier, because again, you're making space to invite more beauty, more happiness, and better clothing that you feel great in into your life. Remember to always be beautiful, and I cannot wait to see you in the next video. Love you guys. Bye.